Thank you very much. We now come to the pièce de résistance of the evening, where our esteemed president, Jill Ornstein, is going to come up and tell us about the whole meeting, how it went, how we did, and all the people that haven't yet been evaluated are going to be evaluated. So as our general evaluator, get that energy still surging through the room. Please welcome Jill.
Thank you, David. So as David said, this is, for my opinion, about people who haven't been evaluated by anyone else, plus my feeling about the evening. Well, one is a great relief that I don't have to use pragmatic, and I don't have to be pragmatic. Therefore, in my opinion, David, what a wonderful Toastmaster. Not necessarily in the order that it came to my mind, but very fluent, you felt, hey, here's somebody that we can trust. And what's more, to start the meeting, I hope I start with energy, and what you want from the Toastmaster is to continue that, so that the whole evening has got a certain vibrancy and energy, and David provided that. My one recommendation, and only one because we're not in private, but I'll give you more. My one recommendation is you very kindly and lightly introduce as an evaluator Coralie and said a little bit about her. It would have been lovely if you'd done it with the other evaluators, because I think they're very, very important. And I love, by the way David encouraged those who are evaluators to actually bring it on to make the speakers feel wanted, needed, and look how good they are. And it's so important, that sort of building them up and the clapping. So thank you so much. Sandeep as grammarian, isn't he lovely and warm?
Yes.
He's got a feel that he can actually say something quite not in order, but he'd say it nice. And he didn't. You were really very soft, very warm, and despite what you said, you were listening really well. And you picked up on such good points and a few things that could have been done better, but mostly very positive, and really liked it. Thank you so much. And by the way, Sandeep has got a presence, and it's something that we haven't all got. And it's so lovely when it's natural. It really is. So thank you, Sandy. Sinner. What did you say? Oh, he's just lovely, isn't it? Whenever Sinner stands up, I think, what's he going to do? So, and there are anticipation, excitement, and fun. And what's more, Sinner is learning very much as he's going along to home. He knows now what he has to do. He doesn't just go off on flights of fancy, which you won't know being new. But really, Sinner, you are a credit to yourself and to the club. Not in the right order, but Kesh, you would have thought she'd been doing it all her life. Thank you so much for asking as a quiz master. You have to really listen and make sure that we did. And I'd love to have seen you throwing cakes, but very lively, and as quizmaster should be. Just gave it to us, so I'd love to see you do it more. And thank you so much. Table topics. Where's Angela?
Yeah.
Angela, we got thrown into it at the last minute. Didn't she do well?
Yeah.
They were lovely subjects. And Angela is lacking in confidence, so much so that afterwards she's always constantly saying, did I do all right? You did more than all right, Angela.
Yeah.
Martin. Hey, Martin. You'll notice that I get a little more serious with those who have been here a long time, because I feel, and again, keep the evaluation so that they know what I think, as if you didn't already. Wonderful eye contact. And explained when you were evaluating and you explained Sonia's style, which was very good to recap how well she did it and how she came over. You kept the eye contact on the recommendations to her, so you were doing that with both of them. It would have been lovely if you'd come back to the audience and said, and this is in summary what I thought. But you've really raised your bar in terms of getting enthusiasm over and raising your voice, and the eye contact is so much better. I knew Martin when he was but a little thing, as we all keep saying, when he started, and just look at him now. By the way, something that he did that was incredibly valuable, he not only gave a recommendation, but how it should be done. And that's the whole point of an evaluation. It's no good saying you fidget unless you say stand still by putting your feet in concrete. So thank you so much for the recommendations. Now, who evaluated Ade? Explain the objectives extremely well. You related to a previous speech of Elsa's, which is very nice when someone relates, shows that they've been listening. Excuse me, it's coming up. Appreciated the progress of Ade, which again for Ade must be very, where's Ade? Where are they? Ade, which must be very encouraging. Again, the other way around, you talked mainly to Ade, and again, it would have been lovely if you had spoken to us all. I would have loved a little more structure. I felt you do as I did, went all over the place as you were thinking of things to say. Think of your structure, the beginning, the middle and the end, and say something nice, give your evaluation and give your recommendations, and then something general. And we would have followed it with a little more ease, but very lively and puts things over well. Peter. Peter. He related to pragmatism, didn't he?
Yes.
And he was fun, pertinent, came up with the right kind of words, moved around a little too much, Peter, but I love, he's really developing confidence in terms of giving evaluations, and gave a final summary to us all. Really a lovely way of doing it. I'd have loved again, Peter, you could stand here now and really sock it to us. Come on, give us full force. Coralie and Tony, no notes used, and that is very important when you're in for competitions, that you don't use notes, and it's really very hard. She asked us how we felt, which was lovely. What did you feel about it? Was the criteria followed or not? It doesn't matter necessarily what she thought, but what we thought. How fulfilled the criteria, showed her listening skills. We came up with loads of things that had been said. Used analogies all the way through, which is very clever to do that. My recommendation, I'm so sorry, recommendation was to Tony, but well demonstrated. I'm sorry, I didn't understand what I said then. I know, I think, I'd love you to remove the lectern. Yeah. It stood in the way, but other than that, thank you so much. Getting warmer here. Mike, the Table Topics Evaluator. May I recommend what you said at the end to say at the beginning? For one, you would have known what time was left, rather than do it and thinking, oh gosh, how much time have we got there? And to a lot, say half a minute to it. Because if I was one of the people who wanted being evaluated, I would want the full time given to me and to everybody else in the table topics, rather than a very clever and very nice and very well done summation how it should be done. So again, if you choose your time and choose a very short time. But wasn't it lovely? And your confidence has grown immeasurably in terms out of love recommendation how to do something. Again, you said this should be improved. And thank you. And overall, what a buzzy meeting. The humour makes it, the Toastmaster makes it, you all make it. And I'd love to be here, and please invite me again.